Flo, are there any things that stand out about a U.S. supporter culture as opposed to European supporter culture, and what are maybe some things that are done differently here in the United States, and is there anything about that that's especially stands out or is unique?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest difference between the European fan base and the US culture is there's a lot more entertainment stuff going on. In any sports game, I think there's a lot more crowd engagement, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's something that can be introduced in Europe. But yeah, I think both have their pros, but definitely, yeah, I think the fan engagement's a lot higher in the US.
Well, how would you describe how you've been playing recently?
Yeah, I think I had a positive game against Ecuador. They're a really strong side, and yeah, I've just been happy to be back in camp after a long time with the injuries. So yeah, I think the most important thing for me is just to continue to gain fitness, build momentum, and just integrate with my teammates. Which obviously, as you can see, I'm playing with some fantastic players, and I'm enjoying just training with them and playing with them and competing.
You mentioned those teammates. I mean, you combined well with Tillman. Can you talk a little bit about your guys' partnership and who you feel like you're really clicking with out there and in what way?
Yeah, Malik's a great player. He's doing great things. He played in his previous club in PSV and then he moved to Germany, and he's somebody who's a really bright prospect and has an amazing future ahead of him. And yeah, I think the connection with him's going really well. He's a player who looks to play really nice passes, a bit similar to Gio. So I think, yeah, I'm enjoying playing with him. And as you said, we have so many fantastic forward options, and it's amazing for me as a striker to be able to play alongside people who are always looking to cause different situations and create a lot of chances for me.
What kind of challenge does Australia present? Another team that's qualified for the World Cup that is also on an unbeaten run.
Yeah, I think they're unbeaten in 12, and yeah, Australia, they're a strong side. Poch has told us to not take this game lightly. It's going to be really difficult for us, and as I said, any team that's unbeaten in 12 is not just going to come here and be easy to break down. We're going to need to be on our A game, and yeah, I feel like that's going to be another challenge for us, and it's the sort of challenges we need, as I said, to continue building momentum.
Can you speak on your mentality, the team's mentality, heading into this match and Friday's coming up?
Yeah, of course. The most important thing for us is not to take our foot off the gas. We need to keep building momentum, keep gaining confidence, because that's what we're going to call upon when the going gets tough, when we're at a big tournament like the World Cup. So I think the most important thing is just to prepare now as we would prepare going into the World Cup, and that's getting everybody in the right mindset to compete, to win games, and to be ruthless in front of goal.
Does it excite you? I mean, I've heard a lot of chatter, especially after the last game, what it could be if it's you and Tillman, was the way in which you guys can create and combine off of one another. When you think about it, does it get you excited to be out there and the opportunity to play with those guys?
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity to not only play in the World Cup but to play it in the United States. It's going to be really, really overwhelming experience, even when I think about it now. So definitely, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure the rest of the boys are. But as I said, the most important thing is to enter the tournament in the right condition, and that's from your preparation. So games like tomorrow is an opportunity for us to prepare properly and get a good result.
Is there anything else personally that you would like to showcase that you haven't been able to maybe do?
Yeah, I still think there's more to come for me. And yeah, I have high expectations of myself, so I definitely feel like I've scored in the last 2 games, but I do know I can offer a lot more, and hopefully I'll have the opportunity to showcase that.